Whether you drive it every day or only take it out on the biggest night of the year.
Perfect. And then all I have to do is this up. Next turn. This. Like.
With those advancements come real costs. Breakdown. That's why we're in the car community. Over 20 years ago, Caution set out on a mission to help protect drivers from paying for car repairs that no one can afford. Now, we help save drivers over $1 billion of cars. America's most trusted auto protection company helps get your covered repairs paid. Affordable monthly payments protect up to 4,000 points of systems to offer nationwide protection with a network of local and trusted technicians. Partially say that customers' thousands of dollars. Partially say right now in the science we have. See what you do. When you look at car repairs are only getting more expensive, it makes more sense now than ever to get special repairs out of warranty. Protect your vehicles from unexpected breakdowns with one simple call with CarShield. It's free quote when you call right now. The wireless you own vehicles more likely to cost them more. Once your CarShield customer, you get access to the CarShield app so you can find out what you receive a update. Of course, not only will you cover the repairs to pay, each plan has a nationwide 24/7 roadside assistance. CarShield, you know it balances too, so you're taking care of from start to finish. Plus, you're tolerated and can lock in your rate with your price-up guarantee. In fact, you can use CarShield. They let you choose drive where they want, when they want. It's a protection that you trust. That's why I chose CarShield. Call now and get a free quote. Get the protection you need to get vehicle built for you. Don't wait. Call now. Get covered repairs paid. Call CarShield now for your free quote and to lock in your rate with your price-up guarantee. Call now. Call 800-425-5783. 800-425-5783. Really? That's headache. Yugioh. The nice strength liquid pain meter that stops working fast. Painful. The HP strength that county backache pressing fast. Yes. This is the Morgan Paradise on the automatic Morgan. Your car stereo could be a sticky time bomb. At least 24 people have died, and many more injured because their airbags fired too fast on concrete. Others have suffered skull fractures, lacerations, and other injuries. Tens of millions of cars have been recalled. The airbag recall is the largest automotive recall in history. If you or someone you know suffered hearing loss, vision loss, broken bone, cuts that required stitches, or if a loved one was killed in a crash involving the core airbag, please contact us today for free, no obligation cases. You could be owed money for medical bills, lost wages, pain and suffering, and other damage. We do nothing unless we return the money. Car law firms are not the same. There's only one living mortgage.
Everybody wants a political advantage. They don't actually want people to get one. The problems are being done today. Everybody who thinks that they're on the right side is dying to get robbed. And we can take the legal Congressman, thank you very much for joining us. First off, why were you so upset on Tuesday about both parties and both of the officials?
Well, you have to think that the Democrats have been thinking that for 3 days. So what's the price of the extension of these 3-day tax returns? So when the government reopened on Saturday, the state government with Republicans and Democrats in both the House and the Senate to come up with compromise legislation that we could decide. And we did a 2-year extension with income limits, insurance reforms, PBA reform, HSA expansion, and eliminating zero premium policies. And so we took that bill and we went to Republican leadership and said, look, we have a compromise bill. Let's put it on the floor for an upcoming vote. And we worked tirelessly to come to a agreement to get that vote.
Hello.
We put it into discharge.
All right, I'm coming.
Where you going all that? Hey, come here a minute. I need to see you for a minute. He said, anyway. Oh, really? I didn't know they could do that.
It was drawn off the Wells Fargo bank or wherever you're banking at. If that check that you deposit is drawn from that bank, they can cash it. You say do it upon your request, but that is government check. Some people will, some people won't. But she was just like, eh. I guess she got a watermarks.
Yeah.
But
Watermark.
there's a watermark in the back of the check. It's like the money, watermarks in the money, on the money, on the check side, watermarks. That's what I was looking at. Looking for it. Because it wasn't a watermark back that way, on the deposit.
People don't know that. Yeah, that's not fair.
I ain't trying to put that shit in there. You go when I'm doing that, next thing you know, that shit come back.
Rogers, yeah.
You ain't got no money to cover all that you done spent. All that shit gonna come back. You gonna have fees. You gonna have fees. You gonna have fees. As much as you like to go to Amazon and use that account.
I'm glad to see you put it in the vacation account. I'm glad to see you put it in the vacation account.
I would do that. I never seen no way.
I damn sure would put it over there, but it saves you time from having to do it. But you got access to both accounts anyhow, so it doesn't really matter.
I mean, that's why I did that. You know, like, I think maybe
Supper's done.
it's all right now.
Huh?
I was like, tell it was all right now.
It's all around my mouth.
Your mouth was all orange.
Hey, Shot, why didn't you say something?
That ain't my mouth.
Walking around here looking at me.
Is it true that why you eating it? Yeah. Because otherwise, if we grow up, we're going to go to all I don't know, the apples are probably in the back of that tub, right?
Yeah.
But I'm asking you,
Oh, I
the
don't.
box of applesauce, I would call grab that right and bring that box of applesauce up. So what, what's the next thing you dress up? Yeah. He gonna clean, I'm gonna clean, but he don't been in some all day. He gonna always.
He ain't answering. Crunchy. I think he done changed that by now. He's still crunchy. I got 1 o'clock in the morning. I better go to bed. Yeah, I slept good earlier. Oh, this is fixing the baby.
She did a town hall the other night. Rachel, she did a town hall the other night.
Yeah. They had a guy on there a little bit ago, he was saying the reason why you have presidential buildings named after presidents or streets or anything like that is because the things that they've done. and said it was put on there by a vote to put it on there as respect to the president after his passing, and said so what he's doing isn't going about it the respectful way. Said if he wants his name on things, he needs to be respectful enough to let the people vote and put their names on buildings or streets or put their names on, not the way he's doing it now. He called it's not arrogant. I keep forgetting the name of the word. Said he's where you're fooling yourself and no, it's another word. He didn't use the word arrogant, But anyhow.
Doing it now because he already know that when he died, when he leave, or if he decided to leave off to whatever the hell wrong with that shit, that ain't nobody gonna put his name on nothing. So he doing it himself.
Yeah. But if he act right and he does right, then he shouldn't have to be worried about that kind of stuff.
You don't know what that means.
Just do the right thing.
You don't know what that means. You got to remember, think about it. He grew up with no boundaries, no rules. Unless it's rules that he made up. So he don't know what right there. That's what his whole purpose of his lease talking about. And his sister, that's the federal judge said. He don't know he doesn't understand boundaries or what no means. He doesn't have that concept. So
when he does hear it, he throws his pencil.
right. There is no reason.
Spider-Man! Spider-Man!
I told him, I said, no, I can't put this on. I said, I got this.
What's up, Spider-Man?
You feel a little better? None of that.
He ain't been doing none of that all day. He been sleeping right here
Or right here.
or right there. He been up
No.
underneath his grandma or up on my chest.
And it'll show up on the straight under like this.
Gaia, feel better?
Hey, baby.
There's somebody that called me while we were in this body bag.
I was back there debating if I should grab the dump truck and the tractor trailer or not. And I thought, well, yeah, I'll go ahead and wrap them. Huh? What about it? What? What is it?
You got it early.
Why she gonna throw away my chair? I was gonna tell her. It broke, but it ain't broke. I can't kick it out no more. Huh?
You say that like, you like good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I can't kick it out no more.
So that means you could go over there now. You can go over there now. You were just over there.
Yeah, but y'all moved me from over there to over here.
Yeah, but you ain't got to kick out now. So no one's going to help you. But all this shit come out of here. You can see that side right there, that side right there. Go like that side right there. The climb back. I'm a joke. And the love seat.
Okay.
Don't you recline the love seat back there?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
The difference is y'all complain about me sitting there reclining back.
We complained about you in that other chair reclining back because it was so. I don't know whether it was the position of the chair or whatever. But this don't recline all the way back like the chairs do.
That's more like long hose.
You go back to where you are right now. Now you're all the way back, like way all the way back. Like you was in the other chair. Like you are right now. Are you comfortable? Okay, yeah, it's gonna be tight. A market right there is lay back in that chair.
I'm getting that chair. I'm getting that chair tomorrow.
Well, you'll be there tomorrow. Hey, you'll be there eventually.
I told Brian to keep them 2 empty boxes over there so he can put Christmas decorations down.
Decorations, what they put the decorations?
Like lights and stuff.
The fuck? No, it's a bag. We got this bag.
Oh, okay.
You ain't seen it? What if this was treated in a red bag?
Yeah.
This one like that for decoration. It's underneath the inch paper.
Oh, okay. Alright. Well, make sure you let it know. Throw it out now.
Like this. I'm surprised he didn't tell you that.
Not a word.
But I still got that stuff in the car. I got to wrap pussies on this stuff that's down here. Anyway, so I just put that stuff in the car.
I just turned that off. I powered it off so it won't burn the battery up. Yeah. Yeah.
Believe me, American. 11 months ago, I inherited a mess. A Democrat administration. This is what the Biden administration allowed to happen to our country. Do you remember when Joe Biden's last administration and their allies in Congress under the Biden administration, Democrat politicians under Biden, and the steep increase in premiums being demanded by the Democrats, and it's their fault. It is not the Republicans'
We ain't
fault.
seen Biden not one time since the home. And he worried about Biden. Biden like you're fixing them for shit. About what the fuck going on?
Inflation disaster.
It's up to it. And this fool's obsessed with it.
Yeah, he's highly obsessed with it. You know why? Because he's being in a race.
Right.
God bless you all.
He's still pissed about that.
And they gonna put that shit on the other hand.
Infinitely more important now for our purposes. The man who gave that speech last night, more important than him, and anything he said or did, and how he said it. People, he was addressing the American people, and how the American people say they feel right now. NPR, PBS, and Marist, 57% of Americans feel, quote, pessimistic about what is ahead for the world next year, compared to 43% who feel optimistic. Those numbers were almost exactly flipped 1 year ago when, not for nothing, Joe Biden was president. NPR points this out, quote, 70% in the survey said the area where they live is not very affordable, or not affordable at all for an average family. It's up from 45% when Marist asked the same question in June, a whopping increase, and a sign of how much people are feeling the economic pinch. Yet last night, Trump told Americans how to feel, gave us now so much material to work with, and he spoke for his accomplishments instead of letting them speak for themselves.
Oh, I got my new cards. I thought I had to reapply for it. Yeah. Oh, they automatically give it to you?
No, it's on there for renewal.
Also joining us,
Oh.
my friend and colleague, senior political
I thought
analyst,
they sent you a thing to re-reply. Yeah. Oh, no, I think that was like a life insurance, health insurance.
AARP, bring it on. Bring it, bring it.
Great to be with you.
They took out the
I've never been more optimistic.
Okay, where?
They automatically grabbed it at the beginning of research.
Very specific reason, Nicole. I've now done 140
So I gotta peel this off to activate it?
Running the governor of the state of Florida, and we talked about the affordability crisis. The whole world knows we have an affordability crisis.
No,
Part of the
I
decline of
know you
access to
said
housing,
it's not
affordability,
access to
savings,
housing.
housing, access to healthcare,
It's ready to go.
cost of healthcare, utilities, transportation. What we saw last
What's
night
the
was a
sticker on the front
president who
say?
was completely out of touch.
Online account.
Dual presidency, so detached from the reality
I'm
of people on the
already
ground.
on
And I would also suggest that from my experience in the last year, it's far greater than just an affordability crisis. I am convinced, heartbreakingly convinced, that we are at a
But they got
generational
the rewards
inflection
system,
point in the
though.
economy where we are
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
my life is
losing
more
the
rewards.
economy is slipping away from us. It's definitely something we've been unable to measure in the past
It's
several
because
years.
I'm getting
We've
older.
already lost upward mobility. A lot of people just gonna go to the
I
discovery.
think the older I get, the more benefits I get out of it, ain't it?
We can make a
Yeah,
case
but no,
that
you
July
don't- no, you don't want the same benefits.
real wages are going up.
Regardless.
More people are going to work than ever
Look, you
before.
got it, but
Access
it's
to
too
housing,
expensive.
retirement security is still at all
It's
time
too
highs.
expensive.
People didn't feel it.
Okay.
People didn't feel it. There's an anxiety and an anger right now that people's access to housing is slipping away, that the upward mobility is slipping away. People are uncertain about their health care. It is real. It is
I
real.
can
It is
go away the old
and what we
AARP.
saw last night was a president who said, I don't believe you and you shouldn't believe yourself either. When people are desperately in need of hope, they need someone to offer them hope. He didn't offer hope last night. He told people they were wrong. And when people are looking for hope, they need somebody they can trust. Donald Trump's approval ratings and trust ratings are in the basement at an all-time low. People don't trust him. And so what I saw last night was a president not only disconnected from reality, but the leader of a party that has continued to empower and elevate him in this moment of generational crisis. Look, to put it in all political terms, there is incredible opportunity for Democrats right now if we respond to this anxiety. But if we put it in historic terms, this is a nation on the brink of some real trouble if that's the current leadership we have.
You know, Richard, I'd like you to pick up on that. I mean, I've been interviewing and covering Trump voters for, I don't know, Alex has 2 or 10, 11 years. And Trump's wealth was, well, he was a purple unicorn, and then he was this incredibly wealthy guy who was crass in a way that made people feel seen for his rebuke of elites and political correctness. But his wealth was alluring. He made it feel contagious. In his second presidency, he has actually gilded the Oval Office. There are on one wall 37 additional gold sayings. I don't know what you call them, doilies and I don't know what to call them, things. That kind of picture frame. And his indifference to not just economic ambition, which is the analysis of how the so-called manosphere felt drawn to him, but people's economic despair feels like, as David Jolly's saying, an epic example of political betrayal from the leader of a party that just got elected. elected on the issue of economic promises.
I do truly believe this. I believe Trump ended up in hell when he passes away.
Not everybody in the country thinks in political terms. The president of the United States is supposed to be the president for
Right,
everybody.
saying that,
The person
but-
is supposed to emote an ethos that makes the country feel good about itself and lifts itself up. And what's so sad and tragic about
It's
the
easier to put a
address
camel
is
to
you're
an eye of a
watching
needle
guy really
than it is for a rich man to give up his wealth.
lose a touch. His fastball's going. He can't.
I've heard
he can't
that
pitch a
once.
curveball. He threw a Hail Mary and it just went through the floor. But as we come upon this Christmas season, which for so many people in the country, whether they're people of faith or not, is a time of renewal, it's rebirth. And I know David feels this in Florida because I've traveled the country as well. People are thirsty for us to put aside all the chaos, all the hate, all the corruption, all the stuff that just feels really, really icky. Now it's manifesting itself in people's real need to find some sort of security in their economic life, which they don't have. But I agree with David, it's actually falling into a malaise that's much more complicated and difficult. It's going to be hard to come out of. And what the country's thirsty for is a leader that's going to realize that and that's going to help us come back together. But what they saw last night was just the most banal example of a man that is just delusional, out of touch, just a random liar. Not much of what he said was actually accurate at all. In fact, we can, when you fact check this thing, you know that on the day that Joe Biden left office and Donald Trump assumed office, that inflation was at 3%. It had come down from 9%. It wasn't going up, it was going down. Joe Biden was producing 336,000 jobs on average a month. Donald Trump is not. So now inflation's going up, costs is going up, the number of people that are not working is going up. And when you go to tell people how they're supposed to be feeling, and they're experiencing something very different, and you're sitting in a building which you're not getting half of, but you're building another $400 million building, and you're giving a tax cut to the wealthy, and these people are struggling. You can't get upset that they're going like, look, what the hell is really going on? And you can see it in the numbers because the American people know what time it is. And I think they have displayed that.
He's a socialist.
Yeah, it was just a really
Communist.
I really feel sorry
He's a communist.
right now, sadness. And if it wasn't
He has
so
communist
tragic and serious,
tendencies.
it would be laughable. But, we're at a confliction point, and we need to decide in this country, Republican, Democrat, progressive,
They really don't.
conservative, we've got to get
It's a bad way. Like everything else.
from the president and of course from the Supreme
It's just
Court
something
and
that needs to jump on.
from Congress to get some stuff
Because
done
you
for the
don't get
American
attention.
people.
He's really not.
You know, Alex,
He's
was
not the right way, it's so
clear
bad.
and obvious to anyone that watched, is still being processed, right? That process put it on the right. It goes into the propaganda machine and it comes out. I didn't watch enough of it.
You think it might be the people under him coming to him lying about what things are doing?
In some ways, Trump would have been better off not asking the time and letting at least his supporters see the
underlings are bluffing.
But
His underlings are bluffing. Oh yeah, economy's doing good. Oh yeah, gas prices doing this.
Go back and watch. What was his show? What was his show called? The Apprentice.
Yeah.
Find it. Go back and watch a couple of those episodes.
Yeah.
He looks unwell.
He'll tell you everything. He's doing this, treating all this. Like, what was his show? His show was real.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
In the office live TV event.
Then you'll get a real understanding of what his personality is.
Yeah.
So I have no idea where that was, but it was a disturbing performance.
I watched it because I was wondering if we were going to be going to war with Venezuela. I mean, really, that's the bar. It's like, oh, we're not going to an unprovoked war that nobody asked for. That's good. It's just, in the words of Stephen Colbert, old Grandpa Rumble Pants back at it again.
Old Grandpa Rumble Pants.
I mean, here's a
Oh,
guy.
I was trying to get a hold of you. Your mom wants that case of applesauce that's in one of the next time you go out there, bring a case of applesauce. You know you got a box of crunch Trump's out there too, don't
the
you?
Democrats are to blame for the
You got a whole case
healthcare
up
that's
back
coming
there.
on January 1st. In his own
I think
party,
there's like
My daddy backed up too from hard. So I need to go
yeah.
get all my stuff that's backed up and put it back in the car.
Yeah, I told you she's gonna come for Caddy.
I told him that last week.
universe believe that Donald Trump.
I told him I'll drive back around and that way he don't go back here.
Yeah.
Because he got my juice and stuff in there. Big way to walk.
Yeah.
What he was doing defied reality, but he was in the rabbit hole, and he just he didn't seem so unhinged. He seemed angry, he looked like he was going to get swallowed up by Christmas trees. I mean, what was the point? And then the fact that it had to be delivered so quickly, not because of the fierce urgency of the White House, but because CBS had a 3-hour Survivor finale to air, and basically the network said, "You got 20 minutes, dude. Go for it. And whatever you can't do, we're going to cut off." That's the reality of this incredibly traumatic.
You know what? I was gonna take my son to work with me. I think I'll take my little stereo.
This is what the New York Times reports. Once again, healthcare proves to be a bitter political pill for the GOP. Deep Republican struggles on national
But then
health
again, I
policy
probably get
are
off on
starting
this
to
shit
happen
too.
in recent days, as a handful of Republicans in both chambers broke with their party to join Democratic efforts to extend pandemic-era health insurance subsidies set to expire at the end of the year.
They're going for another town closure, I guess.
Republican majorities in both chambers refused to preserve, but they did reflect major divisions in the GOP, which has repeatedly failed to produce a realistic and workable alternative to the ACA, also known as Obamacare, and they pushed the fight over healthcare costs into the midterm election year, putting Republicans under intense pressure to deliver in a difficult political environment on the subject that has proved among their greatest vulnerabilities. I think you can go back, and John Boehner was the first one to say, once people have Obamacare, they will never, ever, ever, ever let it go. You cannot take away an entitlement. And the inability to understand the fights that have been had and that they have lost, and that as much as Trump has turned things upside down, that is not one of the things that's upside down. When people lose health care for their sick kids or parents or spouses, there's no more effing around with this whole experiment in megavision or whatever it is that we're doing. And I wonder, Alex, if you think that there'll be any sort of shifting in anyone wanting to save their own skin politically and being for anything that the Republican voters are clamoring. Well, I will just say on my podcast, I interviewed someone whose premiums are going from $120 a month to $868 a month. Okay, we're talking about this largely the healthcare conversation. It's adjacent to the affordability conversation, but money is fungible. You can use it or not use it wherever groceries on healthcare, on school supplies, on food loans, whatever. The idea that this is not central to the affordability crisis that's plaguing America is like to not understand that is to have your head in the sand. And there are at least 4 moderate Republicans in the House who joined the Democrats to sign a discharge petition who realize this could be the make or break thing. People keep speaking about it as like the Obamacare by the rules. This is about the American public being able to survive, right? And having to make choices. The New York Times has been doing incredible reporting on this. People literally questioning what they're doing with their lives if they can't afford to go to the doctor anymore, or they can't afford to put food on the table. Who can possibly ask for that representation and hundreds of years not want to do anything? There is more strain on power in this country. And it is not something that starts with us because they're living that reality every single day. Unfortunately, I have to focus with that conversation. I want to hear from you much later on, and I have to say something very first ahead for us. What Donald Trump said after his speech last night, that shows that Susie Wiles is, for whatever else is going on there after those 11 sit-down interviews, very much wanting the brains behind the scenes. We can ask a very blunt assessment of Donald Trump himself and his cabinet as well. I mean, this is the deadline for the government to release the Jeffrey Epstein files. There is extensive new reporting on just how close and interconnected Donald Trump and his deceased sex offender were. We'll talk with a reporter who broke that new development ahead. And later in the broadcast, an MS Now exclusive with former First Lady Michelle Obama will show you what she had to say about getting people involved in the fight to protect democracy. Jonathan Pitwright joins us with that fantastic conversation. But before the break, we want to show you something special. Sheen. I was lucky enough to sit down with Sheen for a live conversation as part of the Best People podcast back in October. Now the iconic actor and activist is lending his voice and his stature to our latest We the People campaign. We couldn't be happier and prouder to share it with you for the first time. Take a look.
I believe in the United States of America as a government of the people, by the people, for the people. A democracy of the republic. A sovereign nation of many sovereign states. A perfect union. One and inseparable. Established upon those principles of freedom, equality, justice, and humanity. The right to know your patriots sacrifice their lives and fortunes. I therefore believe there is no duty to my country. And respect its flag, to support its constitution.
Don't let living with cancer define you. Discover an injectable immunotherapy, Opdivo Qvantig, for certain previously treated adults whose kidney cancer has spread. A chance to live longer, a treatment that's faster. Unlike an infusion that takes 30 minutes, Opdivo Qvantig lets you receive treatment quickly in as little as 3 minutes. Opdivo Qvantig can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, symptoms of irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst, fever, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, stomach pain, weakness, joint pain, or pain. Report severe illnesses of muscle or joint pain. Tell your doctor if you have myasthenia gravis or Guillain-Barré syndrome. Immune system problems include Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or lupus. These are all possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all medications, including immune nervous system problems. If you had or plan to have a organ or stem cell transplant, or receive chest radiation, Opdivo Qvantig can harm your newborn baby.
Live longer. The treatment is faster.
Ask your doctor about Opdivo Qvantig. See OpdivoQvantig.com for more information. Our institution is compromised.
That electrolyte something else from the store. And the only thing that I bought. That's what he said. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, drink. Drink it. Maybe he's
Oh, shit.
And the donations, I don't know where it would be.
This holiday, help send you find more cures for more children. Please donate now. This is my coffee shop. We just moved into a bigger space, brought on another employee, and ordered new branded gear for the team. It was so easy. I just chose my products, added our logo, and placed my order. Put your own team together with custom gear. Get started today at customgear.com.
If you're that old and outdated, maybe even unsafe, in just one day, Jacuzzi gets you the safety you need and the personal style you want. All at a price you love. So your bathroom can go from this to this, this to this, or even this to this. And right now, we're waiving all installation costs and offering no interest or payments for a year.
Go to jacuzzibathroom.com or call 800-490-78.
My name is Spongy. Not to blame. And...
opportunities. Losing business is hard. Sliding down, easy. Building your business goal is just an MS Now exclusive with Michelle Obama. Join Jonathan Capon as he sits down with the former First Lady for a discussion on her new book, The Look, and its deeper message for our society. Tonight is MS Now.
This morning, our friends at Morning Joe spoke to Kevin Hackett. Now, he is the director of Donald Trump's National Economic Council about Trump's lies about the economy last night. Hassett's answer to this question about prices was to say, oh, you didn't show our slides. Watch.
Why the need to constantly sort of exaggerate gas prices are $3, not $2.50? You know, the idea of suggesting that I think a lot of the impact of inflation. Yes, some progress made, but not as much as he said. Why not just tell them to present American people and say, hey, look, these are the facts. I can understand how you feel. Why do we need to exaggerate?
You know, I have to go back and look at the specific language, but and I hate coming back with questions for you guys, but the president, in order to make sure that everybody understood the facts and the facts were documented, spent a lot of time with us, with our team, preparing slides that showed the data for what he was talking about in the speech. And in some networks, while he was speaking, they showed the slides, and in some networks they didn't. And I just thought that was kind of unusual. I was expecting when I was flipping around to just see the slides everywhere. Gosh, we spent so much more time on them. But I think that the president had documentation for the facts that he was saying that were in the slides.
We're back with Mitch, Alex, and David. So, David, I worked at the White House for 6 years. The slides would have explained my incoherent thoughts. I'm not going to flex that he thinks it is. And in 6 years, nobody ever ran the fact sheet. For any case that any politician I ever worked for ever did. What? He lies, so you got to read the fact sheet?
I'm not sure what the nation was missing last night was a PowerPoint. That wouldn't have made things any better. Look, you can't tell people how to feel. As I mentioned, people feel anxious, I think, when they're economic anxiety requires solutions. And here's the real problem. We can argue over where real growth is,
my man
where
something.
the fact is people are screaming.
Yeah, she got me a Kate Spade wallet and a public gift card. Hey, look. And she got the guys a Coach wallet.
I am more convinced than ever. The economy should work.
She got the guys a Coach wallet with a public gift card. And she got the girls a Kate Spade wallet with a gift card. One of the guys already lost his shit. I say, motherfucker, you ain't getting that shit back. And the guy Post gift card in it. You ain't getting that shit back. That's designer. Somebody said Merry Christmas to me or Merry Christmas to somebody else, but you're not getting that back. Customer service. Yeah, I was gonna say that's expensive. Well, it's already expensive. But I know she's a lot of white women use her. I know she's a designer. I'm going. Joy got energy, so Joy going to school tomorrow. Joy going to school tomorrow. I am. No, I have to be before, yeah.
David makes a good point. It's not the president, whether it's in 2028. And although 3 years is going to be painful for the country, we have to start thinking about what's happening next. And in the meantime, what are we going to do around the country to fix the problems that people need fixed today? Because Washington was broken, they don't trust the president. Notwithstanding the fact that the president controls evidently the Supreme Court, the Senate, and the House of Representatives, he is not coming to anybody's rescue. You can see that from last night. They're going to continue to obfuscate. They're not going to tell the truth. If you put up the charts will actually tell the truth. The president did not tell the truth. But the point that David makes is the important one. The American people, working class people, they're living paycheck to paycheck. They are underneath it. They're feeling it. It's hard. It's coming at them from many, many different directions. Healthcare is one of them. But point. And by the way, they're not against people making money. They just don't think it's fair to give a tax cut to the top 1%. While we're cutting Medicaid, rural hospitals, and making their healthcare subsidies go up. And in this country, there is broad consensus across all political aisles that people have a right to health care. If you have a kid that's sick and they're suffering right now, and we're screening them because of pre-existing condition, a parent will cut their arm or leg off to take care of that child. And that's the mindset that the American people are in right now, and they're in desperate need for relief. And Congress is not providing it right now, nor is the president, and it's a damn shame. And I think they is beginning to understand, as are all governors from around this country, that Washington's not coming to help. They're basically telling you you're on your own, which is basically what the president said last night. He said, I don't see you, I can't hear you, I don't feel you, and I'm not coming to help you, baby. I got to build this ballroom, I got to name the Kennedy Center after me, y'all got to cut my picture into the mountain, and me and my rich friends are good to go. That's kind of what he said last night. So, you know, I'm going to take the word.
I mean, Alex, there is something so jarring, right? I mean, the country, the voters are extremely as loud as they can through the discontent they're registering in polls, to the numbers of Americans who identify as part of the No Change movement. 23% the last time the question was asked is approached by 30% who identify as part of the MAGA movement. The energy has shifted. The tragedy, I guess, is that Trump is so committed, privately and publicly, to unserious vanity projects, to the plaques that he put up in the White House, to destroying the ballroom, to going to court, to use increasingly brutal tactics to deport anyone in this country illegally, or even some here legally. I mean, the idea that for 3 years he will continue down this path.
Stop that!
Country is screaming about their
Help.
fears and anxieties about cost and quality of healthcare, the cost of every trip to Walmart, every trip to Target, every shopping cart,
Come over, good.
What do you see sort of shaking out?
Well, I mean, I think, listen, the reason we did this ridiculous, I don't know what it was, man, I exercised last night, certainly around 20-minute screen-a-thon. It's because he knows he's in trouble, and he's not just in trouble because he has some solutions to problems that he wants to exacerbate, not entirely appreciate. He's in trouble because he's losing power, he's a lame guy. And you get indications of that, you know, in periodically, but with increasing frequency, whether it's the number of these organizations that speak about internationalizing together, or right, the largest number since I think 1937 or 1938. That's as much of a group of Johnson's leadership as it is Trump. He's not he was looking at the wheel too largely in Congress. So you see it in the interviews with his chief of staff this past week, and I know we're going to talk about this in some detail later, but there is, it's not unity, it's just a sense that, you know, as I think Rich just said, really doesn't have it. And that combined with not only is he lost his touch, when he was good at anything, he's not, I mean, the skill set really was very well, has diminished greatly. And now, as you see, are sort of the worst areas of the deadly personality, because they're bombastic narcissists. And the reason he has signs up all over the White House to be a guide to avoid them as he was breathing the apple, and just because ego is the only thing that keeps him that. That means nothing left for the American people. It's just an amazing, sort of visible, tangible artwork of destruction, revolution, installation. Right.
Yeah.
Big boxes.
It's all so.
Yeah.
Oh, you go with that from that first started, oh man.
It's trying to get it out. Thank you for starting us
Yeah, I told her to save it for decoration, but she said we don't need it. No, Redback is out there with the
should be keeping about this out. Went over there and took my stuff, my business. What it say? Tonight. That's what it is. My business.
Yeah. Man, my business over there. And here's another projector light.
They go back into barrel.
That's crazy. A guy had hooked up with his tow truck to somebody's car. Guys running at the car, like, my kid's in there, my kid's in there. And people screaming, his kid's in there, and guess what happened?
He pulled over.
Yeah. And then guess what? Police arrested him.
Oh, kidnapping.
Yeah.
Yep. That's so really good.
And child endangerment and everything else.
So.
And now the guy gets his kid in his car. And you're in jail. No, we don't need it to hit. I mean, you can, but
Like I say, those lights right now don't go around the girl. You don't want to just run a little bit, you go around those. I know you're looking for the fairy lights around, right?
Yeah, at the
But
very
you say fairy lights not working.
I don't, they charge the first thing.
I mean, but those got an actual plug. And you just plug that into the, for the plug into the. Wait a minute, what's on the barrel? What's on the barrel? Okay, she plugged the thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's right. And then, those are the ones that you can run it up, so I can like on the house, it's usually take it around the barrel. I didn't see them come to the stand, I'm so home, and the thing was canceled. So, sometime later, I'm somewhere.
Don't worry, I got this one.
They're probably wearing TV remotes in its house in LA house.
I wish I had seen this.
Actually, I could have. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay. Oh, he's an Tachyon. You do a Tachyon deck. Nice. Okay. Yeah, what does that card, what does that trap card do? This protects all your monsters. But I can't out it. Wait. Okay, you got it, you got it, you got it. But oh, yeah, I guess it's time to pull up the little bag of tricks. Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's going to be fun. It's gonna be fun, but it's gonna also be annoying because I really hate. I really hate using this kind of deck, but times call for this times call for different measures, and now we are about to have a little bit of fun.
Okay, you gotta replace pins. Okay, you'll be fine.
Let's make sure.
All that stress and tension. You right up. Don't do the both. Just get the group ones. They go on right up.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. I'm trying to get the records.
You know, that way they go right there. You can hold all that in place and you ain't gotta worry about that.
Yeah. Love you. Good night.
Good night. You said you sound like shit. Joe said good night, Papa.
I gotta make sure that I gotta make sure that I did this right. Sorry, I'm looking at my my tablet to make sure that my other account is synced up, because I built the deck specifically for this event, but I do not know if I have the amount that I need to actually get all the cards I need. So y'all got to bear with me for a little bit. Let me actually pull this off. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Two. One, two. So Yugioh. Yes. So I know.
Girl, I wish I had known this shit. I could have got an AR. This got a fun look how much less stuff is practice.
Joe Duffy?
Oh wow, it's zero. Give me a second. I'll be right back. And you will understand why.